On the way back, Dustin could tell that Dahlia had questions for him but was battling herself against questioning him. He smiled to himself at her curiosity and decided to give her an opening. Shoot away if you've got any questions. There's no need to hold them in. I do not understand why you turned down Terrence's offer to purchase the site of the abandoned building, Dahlia blurted out. Everyone knows that it's worthless now, so there's no point holding on to it. You would have been better off selling it and recovering your loss. Though she had promised and was determined to not concern herself with Dustin's business anymore, she still could not help but feel bad that he had missed out on a good opportunity to make up for the loss he had made. Well, why would Terrence want to buy that piece of land when everyone knows that it's worthless? Dustin asked. Didn't he just say that he doesn't want to take advantage of you because you're friends? Dahlia retorted. Haha. Do you really think that Terrence would be so kind? Dustin smiled meaningfully. If he is as righteous and responsible as he claims to be, he would not have disappeared without a trace for the past few days. Well. Dahlia's brows knitted together as she fell deep into thought. It was true that she had her doubts about Terrence's integrity, but after seeing how sincere he appeared, even offering to buy back the abandoned construction site, she wavered and started to believe his words. Let me tell you the truth. The reason Terrence offered to buy the plot of land was not because of his conscience or his righteousness. It was only because he knew that its value had skyrocketed. Dustin chuckled. Skyrocket? The abandoned construction site has been sitting there for almost a decade, and nobody wanted anything to do with it. How could it possibly increase in value? Dahlia wondered aloud. Nothing is impossible, Dahlia. Haven't I told you that that plot of land has officially been listed as an area for a key development? Terrence must have received some news about it that caused him to change his mind. Do you really think that he'd be so kind? Dustin had a faint smile on his face. How much is that piece of land worth now? Dahlia asked tentatively. $2 billion at least. And that's a conservative estimation. Dustin dropped a bombshell. $2 billion? Dahlia's eyes went as wide as saucers. It was bewildering to think that a piece of land could go from absolutely worthless to worth $2 billion overnight. She had toiled hard for years on end, and in the end, she had not even made as much as Dustin did in a single day. His uncanny luck was infuriating, to say the least. All of a sudden, Dustin's phone rang. He pulled it out to see that the call was from Florence. He paused and gave it some thought before answering the call and putting it on speaker mode. Hey Dustin, where are you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about. An unbelievably kind and gentle voice came through the speakers. Dahlia felt her skin crawl at how cloyingly sweet her mother sounded. When has she ever been so soft-spoken? We're on the way back to the office, Florence. Is anything the matter? You can just tell me through the phone, Dustin said. Clearing her throat, Florence asked awkwardly, well, here's the thing. I'd like to buy back the abandoned construction site. Would that be possible? Why would you want to spend your money on something so worthless? You'll clearly be making a loss. A hint of humor could be heard in Dustin's tone. So be it. As your ex-mother-in-law, I cannot watch you suffer the loss and do nothing about it. Better me than you to take the loss. It's not a big deal for me. I've still got some disposable income. I'll survive. That wouldn't do. I'm a person who stands firm in and upholds my moral values. I've been losing sleep over selling it to you at a high price. I feel like I've cheated you out of your money. I feel so bad for that, so I have a mind to buy it back to atone for my mistake. That really won't be necessary. After all, you mortgaged your house to get the money. If you lose that, you won't even have a roof over your head. That'd be terrible. That's all right, I can move into a smaller house. You, youngsters, are way too stressed out these days. As an elder, it's only right for me to help you out however I can. I'm not stressed out. Life is as breezy as it can get for me. Dustin and Florence bantered back and forth through the phone, neither of them coming clean with the truth. Since Florence took him as an idiot, Dustin gladly went along with the act and pretended to not know any better. It was Dahlia, however, who found the conversation unbearable. She now fully believed what Dustin had told her. Her mother would not be so nice to Dustin otherwise. What she said about atoning for her wrongdoings and relieving Dustin of his burdens was all bullshit. Florence had been grinning from ear to ear when she managed to scam Dustin into buying that piece of land. Now that she knew she had made a loss by selling it, she chose to put on a righteous and upright facade to buy it back instead of being honest with Dustin. She was despicable and greedy. Hey, why are you so stubborn? I'm only doing this for your good, so hurry up and sell me that piece of land. As the conversation progressed, Florence began to lose her patience. Had it not been for the money, she would never have wasted so much effort coaxing him gently, and would immediately start shouting and cursing at him instead. Florence, why are you in such a hurry to purchase the abandoned construction site? Dustin pressed. This was Florence's last chance to come clean. If she told him the truth, he would willingly let her have a share of the profit. Have I not made myself clear yet? I can't bear to see you lose money. I'd rather bear the burden myself. Florence stubbornly refused to spill the truth. That's enough, Mom. Dahlia finally could take it no more. Are you still going to keep on cheating people out of their money? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? When have I cheated others of their money? Florence raised her voice. Dustin already knows the truth. That piece of land is worth at least $2 billion. You'll never be able to buy it back at the original price. Dahlia exclaimed. What? All was quiet for a while before Florence said sheepishly, Oh, so you already knew? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Florence, I've already reminded you repeatedly since a week ago. It was you who refused to believe me, Dustin retorted calmly. Oh, look how forgetful I am. I think my age is catching up on me. Florence exclaimed regretfully. Dustin, I was wrong. I'll listen to all your advice from now on. Can you please sell the piece of land to me? Had you shown just the slightest bit of honesty earlier on and did not intend to trick me out of my money, I'd have readily shared a part of what I profited from it with you. But your actions have truly disappointed me, so I will not be selling it to you, Dustin told her truthfully. You're not selling it. Florence's voice raised an octave when she heard what Dustin said. That belongs to me. What right have you got to not sell it to me? The ownership of the land belongs to me. I can handle it however I please, Dustin said matter-of-factly. I don't care. You better give me back what belongs to me, or I'll make you regret it. Florence threatened menacingly. Just a few minutes ago, she had spoken so gently and kindly, but now her true colors showed. Behaving like this won't get you anything, Dustin said. You bastard. You vile, shameless scumbag. I'll sue you. I'll sue you for swindling me of my money. You. Florence spewed a torrent of curses through the phone with no care in the world. But she was cut off when Dahlia ended the call. How aggravating. She was the one who bore bad intentions, and she had the gall to berate Dustin? Utterly unreasonable. As Florence's daughter, Dahlia felt ashamed of her actions.